A stone lies cold in the morning darkness, a tomb sealed, a world shattered, and a woman walking toward the impossible. Her name is Mary Magdalene, and on this quiet morning, she is about to witness something no human eyes have ever seen. Something that will echo through all history, something that will change every sunrise forever. But she does not know that yet, right now. She only knows tears, loss, silence, and a love that will not let her stay away. The question rises like the sun about to break the horizon. What happens when the first heart to break for Jesus becomes the first heart to witness him alive? Keep watching. The city of Jerusalem is still sleeping. Streets are empty. Shadows cling to walls, like memories of the last 3 days. A cool wind brushes against Mary's face as she walks. She holds spices in her hands, not because she has hope, but because she refuses to let the one who saved her be left alone. She remembers the moment he spoke her name for the first time, the moment his voice shattered the darkness that held her, the moment she realized this teacher was not like any other. He saw her, he knew her, he restored her, and now she walks toward his tomb, ready to honor him one last time. Every step feels heavier. Every heartbeat whispers the same painful truth. He is gone. He is gone. He is gone. But Mary keeps walking, because love walks even when hope feels dead. Mary reaches the garden. The first light of dawn paints gold across the stones. The world looks peaceful, but Mary's world is broken. She stops. Her breath freezes. The stone is rolled away. For a moment, she cannot move. She cannot think. Her heartbeat pounds louder than the morning birds. The spices fall from her hands, and fear rushes in like a flood. Someone took him. Someone touched the only place where his body rested. Someone dared to take even this last piece of him. Mary runs. Her footsteps break the silence as she searches for the disciples. Peter, John, anyone who can help. They've taken the Lord out of the tomb. She cries, and we don't know where they put him. The words cut the air like a blade, and even as she says them, she doesn't know where her hope has gone either. Peter and John run back with her. They rush into the tomb. They see the linen, the empty space where his body should be. But something in them hesitates. Something in them hurts too deeply to stay. The disciples leave the garden, but Mary stays. Some stories only move forward because one person refuses to walk away. Mary stands at the tomb again. Her hands shake. Her heart feels too heavy to lift. She bends down. She looks inside. 2 angels sit where Jesus' body had been. Their presence fills the air like quiet fire. But Mary is so lost in grief. She does not even realize what she is seeing. "Woman," they ask gently, "why are you crying?" Mary answers with a voice cracked by sorrow, "They took my Lord, and I don't know where they put him." She turns. A man stands behind her. The morning light hides his face. Her tears blur her sight. Her heart is too broken to imagine the truth standing right in front of her. "Woman," he asks, "why are you crying? Who are you looking for?" She thinks he is the gardener. She thinks life has given her one more stranger, one more question, one more moment where she must search for a Jesus she can no longer reach. "Sir, if you carried him away," she pleads, "tell me where you put him, and I will go to him." The world holds its breath. Heaven leans close, and the next word spoken will split history in two. But we will continue in the next part. A single word falls softly into the morning air. A word Mary has heard many times before. A word spoken with a tone no one else has ever used. Mary, she freezes. Her breath stops. Her tears pause on her cheeks. Because that voice is life. That voice is home. That voice is the one she thought she had lost forever. She turns, and in that instant, grief collapses. Darkness breaks, and joy explodes like the sunrise. It is Jesus, standing, alive, radiant with a peace that feels stronger than death itself. "Rabboni," she cries, "my teacher." Every part of her wants to run to him, to hold him, to never let him out of her sight again. But Jesus speaks gently, tenderly, almost like a parent calming a child overwhelmed with love. "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them." Mary listens, her heart burning like a lantern in the dawn. "Tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." The message is clear. Her mission is unmistakable. The first person to see the risen Jesus is now the first person trusted to proclaim the greatest truth ever spoken. And so she runs, but this time, she runs with hope. Mary bursts into the room where the disciples are hiding. Her footsteps echo with purpose. Her eyes shine with a fire that fear cannot touch. "I have seen the Lord," she declares. The room falls silent. The disciples stare at her, stunned, unsure. Hope is a fragile thing, and they are afraid to break it. Mary tells them everything. The empty tomb, the angels, the voice. The moment he spoke her name, some believe instantly. Some struggle to accept it. But her words plant a seed in their hearts, a seed that will soon grow into boldness that shakes empires. And yet, this is only the beginning. Because Mary's encounter is about more than a moment. More than a miracle. More than a woman in a garden at sunrise. It is the beginning of a new world. A world where death loses. Where hope breathes again. where the least expected people become the greatest messengers. And Mary, once broken, once overlooked, stands at the center of God's greatest plot twist. But the story is still unfolding. The risen Jesus appears again, not just to Mary, but to his disciples hiding behind locked doors. And every appearance pulls them closer to a truth they never saw coming. Keep watching. The disciples gather together, doors locked, shutters closed. Fear thick in the air. They whisper about Mary's words. They replay her story again and again. Could it be? Is it possible? Has Jesus truly risen? And then it happens. No footsteps, no creaking door, no sound at all. Jesus stands among them, alive, real, present in a room they thought was sealed shut. Peace be with you, he says. Those words melt their fear like ice under flame. He shows them his hands, his side. They see the marks where love paid the highest price. Joy floods the room. Hope bursts through their hearts. And everything Mary said becomes undeniable truth. Jesus breathes on them gently. Receive the Holy Spirit, he says. A moment that begins the rise of a movement powerful enough to change every nation on earth. But one disciple isn't there, Thomas, and he refuses to believe unless he sees for himself. His doubt sets the stage for one more life-changing moment. A moment designed not only for him, but for every person who would ever struggle to believe. Another sunrise is coming, and with it, another reveal of the risen King. We will continue in the final part. A week passes, 7 long days of whispers, questions, and quiet hope. Thomas sits alone, wrestling with his thoughts. The others believe. Mary believes, but Thomas needs to see with his own eyes. Then, once again, the disciples gather, the doors are locked. The room still feels fragile with fear and faith mixing in the same air. And without a sound, Jesus appears. Peace be with you. Thomas looks up. His breath shakes, his heart stops. Jesus turns toward him with eyes full of love, not disappointment. Thomas, put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and place it in my side. Stop doubting and believe. Thomas falls to his knees. My Lord and my God. But Jesus speaks a sentence meant not just for Thomas, not just for the disciples, but for every generation that would come after. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. The risen Savior is not just appearing, he is preparing hearts, preparing a mission, preparing a world forever changed. And it all began with a woman in a garden, hearing her name spoken by the one who conquered death. But now the story shifts again, from the miracle to the message. Days pass, the risen Jesus walks with his followers. He eats with them, he teaches them, he restores their courage like a shepherd gathering scattered sheep. One morning by the Sea of Galilee, Jesus calls Peter again, the same man who denied him 3 times. And he restores him with 3 simple questions. Do you love me? Each answer brings healing. Each moment brings Peter back to himself, back to purpose, back to the calling he thought he had lost. Mary was the first messenger, but Peter will become the rock that helps build the early church. God's story always weaves broken people into unbreakable missions. Jesus appears again and again. 40 days filled with proof, comfort, and promise. 40 days that turn a frightened group of people into a global movement. And then, on a hill outside Jerusalem, he gives his final words before returning to the Father. Go into all the world, make disciples. I am with you always. A promise that still echoes today. A promise carved into the hearts of believers everywhere. A promise that began with resurrection. But the heart of this story, the one we return to now, is Mary. The first witness. The one who loved Jesus when hope was gone. The one who stayed when others walked away. The one who heard her name from the mouth of the risen King. And her moment shows us something we cannot ignore. Picture the garden once more. The dew still on the grass. The sky opening in gold. The quiet of a world unaware that everything has just changed. Mary stands face to face with Jesus. Her tears still falling. Her heart still raw. Her hope still shaking with surprise. She thought she lost him forever. She thought darkness had won. She thought her story was over. But Jesus speaks her name. And in one heartbeat, sorrow turns into joy. Defeat into victory. Death into life. And fear into fire. This is not just resurrection. This is recognition. Jesus calling the unseen. The broken, the overlooked. The ones who feel unseen by the world. He sees them. He knows them. He speaks their name. Mary's moment becomes our message. No grave is too deep. No night is too dark. No heart is too shattered for the voice of Jesus to call it back to life. This is the miracle that still moves across the world today. Maybe you've walked through your own garden of grief. Maybe you've stood outside your own empty tomb, wondering where hope went, wondering why God feels silent, wondering if your prayers matter. Mary shows us something simple, but powerful. God is closer than you think. Even when your eyes cannot see him, even when your heart cannot feel him, even when your tears blur the miracle right in front of you. Mary mistook Jesus for the gardener, and many of us do the same. We think God is distant. When he is standing just behind us, we think we're alone. When he is whispering our name, Mary's story reminds us that Jesus meets us in our grief, not just our victories. He shows up when we stay faithful, when we keep walking, when we keep loving even through the pain. And like Mary, your story isn't over. Your dawn is coming. Your miracle may already be closer than you think, and maybe someone needs this story today. Someone who feels lost, someone who feels unseen, someone who needs to hear their name spoken by the one who loves them most. Maybe you know that person, or maybe you are that person. Either way, don't let this ending be the end. Share this moment, share this hope, share this story. Before we close, take a breath. Let this truth settle deep in you. Mary went to the tomb, expecting death, and found life. She walked in darkness and met the light of the world. She searched for Jesus, and he called her by name. If this story moved you, if something in your heart felt seen or lifted, stay with us. There are more journeys ahead. More stories that heal, more moments where God meets people in unexpected places. So if you want more videos like this, more cinematic stories of hope, faith, and courage, go ahead and subscribe. Share this with someone who needs a sunrise in their life today. Because Mary's story is not just her story, it's ours, and it's still unfolding. The tomb is empty, Jesus is alive, and the world will never be the same.